Hello and welcome to That's Pretty Crafty. Look, it's different people. That's not actually DB. That's Mom. She's hanging out with me today because
I am also here.
yes, You cannot see their face, but we have an E as well. Yay! And currently no DB. She may show up. Who knows? Life is lifing, and there's stuff going on. But yes, we have Danny's mom live in studio. It's fantastic.
Hi, everybody.
It took a little bit of time to figure out the whole, like, sound thing, but we got it sorted. And I'm just double checking. It looks like everything's working. I think everyone can hear everyone. So hi! How we doing?
Okay. How's it over there?
It's doing. Greg, no, Danny's mom does not curse as much as DB.
At least not out loud.
Now, if I brought Dad down to guest star, you could expect the same sort of quantity. Maybe even more. Well, he's not driving down here, so yeah.
And more flowerful.
Yes, he does get rather creative with his phraseology. But we will start out as we always start out with asking what you've been working on. You can't show us anything, so that's fine.
Not much. I've been down and out the last couple of weeks for a medical thing. I'm okay.
Everything's good.
So I've been down and out. But I have been working on crocheting a panda that I believe I showed off on last Crits and Knits.
Yes.
It now has a head and 2 legs and a tail.
It is looking
And
so cute.
I have cast on an arm. I'll show you Danny's mom here. There you go.
We get a sneak preview that people
Sneak
on
preview,
the
yes.
internet don't.
I'm very pleased with how the head came out. I had the right sized eyes.
Excellent. That's always a
And
challenge.
Always great when you don't have to buy additional materials.
Yes,
I
yes.
might have to buy additional white yarn though, because I think it's going to be a squeaker.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Well,
How about you?
We saw it on Crits and Knits, but we didn't see it here, so I'm going to show it anyway. I finished the baby blanket, the baby blanket, with all the little fleurs and stuff.
Nice.
And it's very cute. I enjoy it very much. I'm very happy with it. It still needs a couple of ends woven in, and then I'm going to wash it along with the emergency baby blanket that I found, because apparently I had knit one at some point before and just had it like hanging out in my craft room. So I'm going to wash that one. Well,
In my opinion, it is wise as a crafter to have an emergency baby blanket.
It really is a good plan. So I'm going to weave in the ends on that one, wash them both together because they're both white based and they're both the same acrylic yarn. So toss it all in together. They'll be washed and dried and ready to go. So 2 of the 4 bébés at work will have blankets. And because I finished something, I was allowed to cast on something new. And so I cast on this, which doesn't look like a whole lot right now, but it is going to be, it's a very simple little thing. It's going to be a little sleeve for Mom's phone. It's just going to go.
Ooh.
It fits
Yeah,
perfectly.
Fit test. Oh, very nice.
So I'm going to do probably another 4 or 5 rounds of straight knitting, and then I'm going to do 1 by 1 rib, and I'm planning to bind off with the Italian tubular bind off, which is my current favorite bind off for
Tubular.
very tubular. But yeah, it's a very cute yarn. It is from Fantasy Fiber Arts. It is one of her minis, so it didn't have a name on it. But I think it's from her coffee collection. But it's got sparkle. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but it's got sparkle. So this is a fun one. It's very cute. I should finish it probably tonight while we're watching TV. We've been watching Leanne. I don't know if you've seen that. It's a Netflix show.
I have not.
It is
Pretty funny.
I put it on because it had Ryan Stiles, and we had just finished watching a compilation of Whose Line Is It Anyway bloopers. And so I had him on my mind. I'm like, oh, hey, he's on a TV show. Let's watch that because we needed something.
He lives in my general vicinity.
Oh, okay.
I knew someone who served him at a coffee shop.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. But yeah, he plays the not quite ex-husband. And the episodes are all like 20 minutes long. It's
nice.
very much a sitcom thing, very formulaic, and it's funny. We're enjoying it. It's good end of the night we've put it on a couple of times while like finishing up dinner, and like that after dinner time when you're kind of awake, kind of drowsy. You want
down tea.
yeah, it is nothing that is taking a lot of brain power. I'm not trying to solve a murder. I'm not trying to follow bloodlines. It is just some
Fun.
very southern accents being
Oh, boy.
real goofy. Oh yeah, they are thick southern accents. It also has, I can't remember her name, but she was on Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, the main lady or the
Yeah.
alien lady?
The alien lady.
Oh, okay.
The blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can picture her, but I could not tell you her name.
Yep. And it's got the guy from Wings.
Which one?
One of the pilots, one of the brothers.
Hey.
Tim
I've
Daly.
seen like 3 episodes of Wings.
Yeah.
But all the time my mom's like, "Oh, look, it was on Wings." And I'm like, "Okay, cool."
I think this might be the only other thing he's been on in a long time. But I recognized him. And then the dad is played by the same actor who played the dad in 50 First Dates. And again, I don't remember any of these actors' names. I'm just remembering where I saw them from before.
And their
The guy
voices.
from the thing.
The guy from The Thing. But the lead, Leanne, I think she's a stand-up comedian. And I haven't seen her in anything else. I
Oh.
looked her up, and I think all she does is comedy. And now her show. Like, okay, well, like Reba,
Is it one of
who was a
those,
singer
like,
and then did a show.
Self-titled vehicle shows
I
like
think so.
Reba?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But it's been fun. It's a very fluffy little show. So
Nice.
yes,
I've been watching The Pit.
that is less fluffy.
It's less fluffy.
How's-
But I'm feeling very smug with myself for getting more of the diagnoses correct than my mother, who worked in healthcare.
Oops. That's fun. That's fun. I'm sure she appreciates that.
I have not gotten feedback, but
Yeah. Well, the other thing we talk about before we get into our real stuff, when we get into our real stuff, I may ask you to bring me back down some stuff because I forgot to bring paper. And we're making
Oh,
paper airplanes, so I kind of need paper for that.
That would
I was
help.
busy figuring out the sound. That's my excuse today.
yep,
Figuring
you
out
were,
the sound.
you were.
Yep. And honestly, I can use one of my Keanu pages to start with. It's fine. But yes, what have you been reading, Mum? Have you been reading anything?
Reading.
Yeah.
You asked me the hard questions I didn't
know.
expect.
It's not like you don't watch this show every other week.
Let me just check. Because I have been reading a fair bit. And DB would probably be a little upset with me, but too bad.
Oh,
Just that I've read a lot of books.
sorry. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Do
Oh my goodness.
you want me to talk first while you look?
Yeah, keep talking.
Okay. Or have you been reading anything that you want to talk about?
I have been working my way through a retelling of Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's the same like remix series that I've read a couple of other ones for, where it was like Pride and Prejudice, but Elizabeth Bennet is a trans man named Oliver,
Okay.
and there was a Great Gatsby one where everybody was gay.
Okay.
This one, the name of the main, not Jekyll and Hyde guy, escapes me, but both he and Jekyll / Hyde are black. And so
Okay.
that like changes the whole dynamic within like
Yeah,
everything.
because that is not the.
And they're
standard.
boyfriends.
Aw, I like it. Oh, cool. Do you remember what you've been reading?
Yes. One of the most interesting books that I read recently was called Remarkably Bright Creatures. I'm getting that echo.
They're making that into a Netflix.
No way.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Way. Somebody, Alfred Molina is the octopus,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is funny because he was Dr. Octopus in the Spider-Mans.
He's been typecast.
Yeah, he's
What a way to be typecast.
octopus man. We need an octopus. Call Alfred Molina.
I mean, there are worse things to be called for, I guess.
I think Sally Field is the female lead. I will look.
That will be
Will you
awesome.
tell us about your book?
Excellent.
Yeah. It was a really good book, and it kept me interested right from the beginning to the very end. And it's one of those books that starts out with a couple of storylines, and they all interweave together, and they come together at the end for an ending that's like, all right. So I quite enjoyed that. And then I just finished reading one called The A Team, and A being EH, like Canadian A.
Yeah.
And I wasn't quite sure what it was going to be about, given the climate these days. But it turned out an anthology of Canadianisms, Canadian stories about the various provinces and some of the sayings that we have, and things like moose milk or poutine and maple syrup. And it was just really fun to read, and I laughed a lot as I was reading it. And your dad kept looking over. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? You're just reading.
Books can be funny.
Yeah.
And if they're not, you're reading the wrong kind, Dad.
Exactly. And then the last one that I finished was called The Secret Book and Scone Society.
Secret book
And
okay.
that's the one I was telling you about, Danny, that she refers to all kinds of books,
Oh, okay.
classics and popular books, and
Okay.
just she brings them into everyday life and conversation. And it's kind of a mystery, a little bit of a romance, and just a lot of good things all mixed in. And again, another one of those books that I didn't want to put down. And there's 4 in the series. So yay.
All right. We like that.
I did confirm the female lead in the Netflix adaptation of Remarkably Bright Creatures is Sally Field.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Do you know when it's supposed to come on?
I didn't look at that. I was too proud of myself for remembering her name.
Well, we're very proud of that too.
Yeah. I
May
like her.
8th.
May 8th. Oh, that's
All right.
soon.
Good.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Have to watch that.
Yeah. I have been reading a lot because that's what I do. I've been using my story graph. So I'm still using, what is it called?
Goodreads?
Fable.
Fable. Yeah. I'm still using Fable. I like using Fable to do like reviews and keep track of when I started and finished things. Storygraph, I joined because there were a couple of podcasts that I listened to that do like reading lists on Storygraph, but you can only get to those if you're a member. And so I joined, and I've been using that a bit. And I like some of the stats that it gives me.
I have both also, and I also like the different stats they provide. I think Storygraph's content warnings are more robust
Yes.
than Fables.
Yeah.
Which is not an issue for me personally, but I think it is a good tool for a site like that to
Absolutely.
have.
If you are someone that is concerned about that, Storygraph is the place to go. They will give you everything you need to worry about. But I guess it was only barely technically March the last time we had an episode. I have read 14 books this month.
Oh my gosh.
But some of those were the terrible series. Like, it was so bad. It was the level of bad that I'm like, how did these even did they bother sending them to an editor at all? Like, the language was wrong, words were being used wrong, the grammar was terrible, the plot was almost non-existent, and one of them was formatted so badly that one of the chapters repeated itself in various portions like 4 times.
Oh no.
I'm like, someone screwed up this PDF. That's why this particular one was like 200 pages long and all the others were like 68.
No.
I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. It's going to be like a real full story, not just one of these little. No, no. The first time I hit the same thing, I'm like, what? Didn't it was he was showing her a ring with the understanding that he would give it to her eventually, but this was too soon. But he showed it to her twice for the first time in two different situations. I'm like, oh, that's poor editing. And then it showed up a third time. I'm like, what? But wait, I read this same scene. And then I read the other ring scene again. I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh dear.
But each repetition went a little bit further into the story, so you couldn't just like skip to the end of the chapter because other stuff happened.
Oh,
It was
no.
such a mess. Oh, I was so mad at
Oh
it.
no.
How did you stick with it?
Spite. It was
I don't
absolutely a
know why
spite
she and
read at
DB
that
do
point.
that. Like life is too short.
But it feels good to be angry at a book.
Yeah.
It's the book's not going to yell back at me.
I will say I did spite finish a book recently also. You probably saw my rant about it on Fable. Um, it was essentially this woman goes through every traumatic experience known to man and then reinvents the Anglican Church. Like,
What? Okay.
it was weird. Like I kept waiting for it to have a point. Like they lured me in with a teaser on the back and in the first like little intro section about a female pope, and I'm like, oh, this would be an interesting thing. No, didn't happen.
Oh.
Spoilers.
Oh. Well, that just I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although the
James Patterson and other lady.
Gotcha. Yep. I will say the book that I just finished was called Wyatt. I want to say it was by Jessica Peterson. But it was a good one. It was so nice to read something that was well written and the characters were like well defined and it was written in dual point of view. But each of the two characters had a very distinct voice. Like I knew whose chapter I was reading without having to wait for speech tags from the other characters to know who was talking. She was able to very clearly say, this is Wyatt and this is Sally. This is how Wyatt sounds. This is how Sally sounds. They had different voices, which was really nice. And it was a fake dating friends to lovers coming of age sort of thing, but not really, like they weren't kids. I say that.
Coming to young adulthood.
It wasn't like 21-year-olds falling in love. They were both in their 30s.
Oh.
And like figuring out the rest of life. She went to college and veterinary school and residency and all of the many, many steps involved in anything medical, and had just finished that up and was like at the point where she was had been offered an internship at this surgical center, and so she was like trying to figure out what she really wanted out of her life at that point. And he had already sort of established his life, but it was really good. And they were grown-ups. They weren't children, which was nice. And they were written like grown-ups. Because I've seen that before. I read one last month that they were supposed to be in their 30s and they sounded 21. Like, this is not how grown adults talk. This is not how grown adults react. And even if you're an immature grown adult, there's still a difference between sounding like an immature 30 and sounding like 21. So, anyway, I had many, many thoughts on the bad books, but I enjoyed the fact that the last one I read was a good one. That's good. So, yeah. Yay, books.
Palate cleanser.
Yes. And I'm actually going to get back into a book that I have finished, just because it's a very thinky book, and I was not in a thinky place. It's called The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. And I've heard mixed reviews about it. I've heard of some people being very unhappy with the way it ends. So I'm a little concerned about that. But the beginning and the middle have been good so far. But it's very thinky. It is definitely something that I would put on the shelf in the literature section.
Mm.
But it's good. It's a brain book. It's not a read a chapter before bed.
Mm.
It's a read
Not if
while
you
you're
want to
thinking.
sleep.
Well, it might put you to sleep. Like it's just like it's not boring. It's just
Tiring.
it's a hard book to get through. But it's been good so far. So. Anyway, we were talking about a thing tonight. And I even listened to most of it. Of the first season series because it's British.
Yay.
It's a series.
It's British, yes.
Yes. So we're talking about Cabin Pressure, which is a comedy series on BBC.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 series. Ish.
Yeah, four series and a finale episode.
Okay. Yeah. The Brits do fun things with their TV and their radio and calling things a series and having extra stuff, and I like it. There was a Christmas special in there
the
too.
joke with Cabin Pressure is that as you go through the series, each episode is the next letter of the alphabet. So they were going to only ever have 26 episodes
Right.
total.
Which is a fun little
I think
concept.
it ended up being technically 27 because I think Zurich is a 2-parter.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I listened to the first 4 episodes. And it is very British humor.
Yes.
I think my dad will very much enjoy it. I'm not sure if you would have actually enjoyed it as much.
We'll see.
But we're going to dive into that, and I'm going to get some paper to make these paper airplanes. Yeah. We're actually going to do a very, very quick little break so that I can adjust cameras and stuff and make things not quite so weird. Maybe. We'll see. But please hang out for just a moment, and we will be right back. And we're back. And things are a little bit more normal position ish. I don't know. We have the missing DB and the ethereal E still with us.
Ooh, yes, I'm here.
And so,
And I
yeah.
did get confirmation from DB. She is still stuck at work.
Boo, work. Who wants a job?
Not me.
Right? They suck. Anyway, I found a website called foldandfly.com.
Ooh.
So, we're going to talk about cabin pressure, which is about pilots, airline.
Yes.
There are planes involved. So, I'm going to be trying to make some paper airplanes whilst we talk about it as I choke. Be good. There are a lot of paper airplanes.
Yeah, you've just opened yourself up to a whole new world of pure
Everything.
imagination. Yeah, cabin pressure. I got into cabin pressure because of Sherlock, as I'm sure many people did.
That makes
But
sense.
I stayed because I loved it. Um, it just was right up my alley. Humor wise, they're good, short little episodes. They're only about half an hour long, so they're good for like when you're riding the bus to class or
Yeah.
whatever. Um, I found them excellent in flight entertainment when I was flying back and forth to college,
Yeah.
um, with the exception of the episode St. Petersburg, in which there is a near crash.
Oh,
I
that's
did not
maybe.
ever listen to that one on the plane.
Yeah, not so great for plane rides when you're
Yeah.
listening to planes crash. I actually had Danny's story time back in high school. It was back in the days when you'd make mixtapes for your girlfriends and boyfriends. And I was dating a guy who made me a mixtape to listen to on the choir trip to Florida, which was a substantial plane ride. And so I'm sitting there with my Walkman listening to the mixtape, and he's put some weird stuff on there, like suddenly there's the Ride of the Valkyries.
Oh,
And then there's a sound effect of a plane crash. I'm like, you're such a jerk. You are such a
that is
high
jerky.
school jerk. I didn't break up with him over that, though. It was fine. I forgave him, mostly. Actually, we laughed about it afterwards. I didn't like it while I was on the plane. I'm like, this is not what I want
No.
to hear while
No.
flying. But anyway, that was my little tangent about things not to listen to on the plane.
yeah. Knitting Daddy says LOL.
He would do the same
Because
thing.
of course. Yeah.
It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, so cabin pressure, the general idea of cabin pressure is that there is a tiny airline called MJN Air. It is so tiny, it is technically an air dot instead of an airline because it only has one plane. And it flies out of the fictional airport of Fitton, England. And it is crewed by owner, CEO slash head stewardess Carolyn, her a little bit of a dingus son Arthur, who is also one of the stewards for the plane, and the two pilots Martin and Douglas. Douglas is technically the more experienced pilot, but he got fired from a major airline, if I recall correctly, for drinking. And then Martin is the captain of the airline, but this is his first job as a pilot.
That's right.
And he's very by the book. And Douglas is more like, we'll see how it goes. We'll fly by feel. And
That goes really well, I'm sure.
one of those two opposite guys in a job that they have to do together kind of comedies.
Which is always kind of fun.
Yeah.
They were fun to listen to.
Yeah. Tell me about the episodes you listen to, because I can't remember.
Oh gosh.
Would have been Abu Dhabi is the first one. I know that.
Yep. Um,
Was that where they were flying a mysterious substance to somewhere?
I'm trying to remember. So I will say that it didn't really stick with me all that much.
Fair enough. I've listened to it many times, so
And I mean, it was not bad. I didn't not enjoy it. Um,
if you're not obsessed with Benedict Cumberbatch at the time, it I can see how it would be not very memorable.
yeah, it was. Like I said, it wasn't bad, but it was one of those that I'm like, I guess it's okay. It just it didn't really do anything for me, and I felt a little bad because I wanted to enjoy it. But
It is okay to not like things.
yeah, but I wanted to like it. Like, it sounds like the sort of thing that would be right up my alley.
It might be one of those things where it takes you a little while to get into the swing of it.
Yeah,
And since they're so short, you've really only listened to 2 hours of
not
a
even. So
13-hour thing.
yeah, yeah, that might be part of it, that I haven't listened to enough. I enjoyed the voices. They were all very entertaining, very distinct, which is nice. I'm not mixing up
Yes.
who's who. I listened to the one about the actress. The
Yes.
where
Yeah.
Carol
Where
was
they're,
trying to get her mobbed, and
Yeah.
they fixed it.
They fixed it. Yes.
They fixed it.
With all the various butlers and under butlers and
That was
whatnot.
that was such a British thing too.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just a swanky hotel thing, because I've heard of ridiculousness like that in fancy hotels here. So, but yeah,
You probably know this, but I'm going to say it anyway for the audience. The guy that plays Arthur is actually the writer. So as much of a little dingus as he plays, he's actually a very, very smart man. Um, his name is John Finnemore, and he's written on some TV series. He wrote on Avenue 5 for, I think it was Apple TV, which was like a space sitcom-ish,
oh, I watched that. Yeah.
dramedy type thing. He wrote a little bit and was in a couple episodes of Miranda Hart's show, Miranda.
Okay.
There was talk at one time of a cabin pressure TV series, but then they were like, I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah.
He also has other radio shows, including John Finnemore's Souvenir Program, which was like a sketch
Okay.
radio comedy. It used to come out with like 6 episodes a year, but now I think they only do it once a year, if at all.
Okay.
I like his silliness. I think he's a good comedy writer.
Yeah.
He also he has a Substack,
Ah, okay. Yeah.
and his most recent Substack thing was about Hieronymus Bosch's The Garden of Earthly Delights and all the random little guys in the
Okay.
background.
Okay. That's fun.
During COVID, I just remember this. During COVID, he did a series of YouTube videos as Arthur to like entertain people.
Okay.
It was very cute.
I might have to look those up too.
And as every episode of Cabin Pressure has a different destination name as to where they are going, every single episode was Fitton because he was on lockdown in Fitton.
Okay. That's clever. I like that. I have made my first plane.
You made a plane.
I
Wow,
made a
that's
plane.
that's a pointy
It
one.
is a very pointy one. It is called Wilson. It is a skinny paper airplane that flies fast and twists in midair. It's got a tight and
Ooh.
narrow nose with wings that flare out.
Ooh.
And I kind of want to throw it, but I won't be
Do
able
it.
to show anything other than like the takeoff. But we're gonna
Just give us a description.
yeah, it spiraled the
Oh,
whole way.
neat.
Okay, so it is a skinny paper plane that twists in midair. Yes.
Neat.
Exactly what
I
it says on
often
the
wonder
tin.
how people invent these.
Right?
Like, what is the science behind paper airplane folding?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure there is some, but it is above my pay grade.
Well, I went with one that was an acrobatic style to begin with. And an easy difficulty? Yes, Wilson was easy. And it was. Now, do I want to try something more challenging? There's some that look like just your basic paper airplane,
Yeah.
like the arrowhead. But even that doesn't look super basic. Like, there's all sorts of paper planes, man. Paper planes are wild. Oh, I'm going to
More
sort
cabin
by.
pressure trivia.
Yes.
In the very last episode, it is revealed that John Finnemore's father, an actual airline pilot, was the quote unquote airline consultant for
Oh,
the series.
that's fun.
Yeah. So all the little doodahs are fairly accurate as far as I know.
I like that. I like that. That's
Um,
fun.
there have been some pretty big name guest stars. Prunella Scales from Faulty Towers, who passed away, I think, last year, plays Martin's mother.
Okay.
Um, and Anthony Stewart Head is a recurring guest character as a rival pilot,
That must
or
be
a pilot from a rival airline.
later in the series because
Yes.
that voice I would recognize.
Yes, you would.
Oh, unrelated. Did you hear that the Buffy reboot was canceled?
I was unaware that there was even one happening.
Sarah Michelle Gellar was trying to put it together.
Oh, without the Whedon.
Yep.
Oh.
And
Hear that they're rebooting Firefly as an animated series?
yes. And yeah, they were
This
getting
is probably a controversial nerd opinion, but I think it's time to let Firefly go. Yes, it was canceled before its time. Time to let it go now.
Yeah.
6.
I am.
You have a confusing plane.
Oh, because I unfolded. I wasn't supposed to unfold.
No.
That's why it looked weird.
Ah.
You have to follow the actual instructions, not the ones you make up in your head. Fold the paper top down to the bottom, then fold it in half again from left to right. There we go. That makes more sense. And because I was trying to figure out how it got the accordion fold, like that, I just folded the top two ends in, but that's because I folded then unfolded. But yeah, the Buffy reboot has been canceled because apparently one of the executives was very proud of the fact that he had never actually watched Buffy and it wasn't for him. Like, why are you even involved in this, man? Like, not everything is for everyone, and if it's not for you, don't get involved in it.
Bizarre.
Like, were you just trying to get some sort of clout somehow?
Clout or trying to make a quick buck off of a well-known property? I don't know.
Yeah, that feels. Yeah.
I have never seen a Buffy.
Okay. I have, and I enjoyed it, but I know it's not for everyone. And some of it did not age very well.
I was but a wee bab when it was on initially, and I just never had any need to like seek it out. Like I didn't know it was a thing until I was like already an adult. So I was like, oh, I think I missed the boat.
Yeah, it does not land as well once you're a grown up. And if you have...
It was a movie first, right?
Yes, with Christy Swanson. which was kind
I
of fun.
know a few of the people from it have like appeared in Doctor Who and stuff,
Yep,
including Anthony Stewart Head.
yep. He's done a lot.
He has. One of my most favoriteest pictures of him ever is of him on the set of Arthur playing on his little pink Nintendo DS.
Well, that just sounds fun.
It is very cute. I will put it in the That's Pretty Crafty Discord thread.
Yay! That's what we have it for, to show off the random fun stuff. And I think we have talked about on this show before, I think it was on this show, about the coffee commercials, the Folgers commercials. You're
The special ones.
the Folgers commercials that Anthony Stewart Head was in.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, he was in Folgers commercials, like a whole series where you're like, it's like a romance, and you're watching them fall in love over coffee. It was really cool. I enjoyed them very much.
I thought you meant the infamous commercials.
No, no. Those those are fun. No. How am I?
Pretty crafty. There it is. Okay, that's pretty crafty. Hold on to your horses. I have incoming photo. My computer will let me do so. There we go. There he is. His little pink Nintendo.
Cute. Come back here. I like that. Just boop right there.
That's one of my favorite behind the scenes things is when it's a period piece and people have like their cell phones out or
Yeah.
like Prada sunglasses on.
Yep.
Or the infamous Game of Thrones Starbucks cup.
Yes. Yeah, that was.
Or did you watch Game of Thrones? I don't remember.
I watched part of the first season.
That's enough.
It was.
Yeah. I've seen all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Tapping out in the first season was probably a wise move.
Yeah.
You missed out on Pedro Pascal, but you can watch those clips on YouTube.
There we go. Yep. I can watch clips. Clips are fine.
I think I watched the first season of House of the Dragon. I canceled my HBO when they canceled my beloved Our Flag Means Death. And
Yes.
then recently our cable provider was like, "Hey, you want free HBO?" And I'm like, "Not paying extra for it. They're not getting my dollar."
Yeah.
So that's why we're watching The Pit. So now I will go watch the rest of House of the Dragon, I suppose. And apparently A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is very good.
Okay.
It's another prequel-y-ish one, but more closer. It's closer in time frame to Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
Okay. I don't think I've done this right. I am very confused by this plane. I
Arthur
definitely-
quote.
I have definitely not done this right. Maybe it goes like this. There we go. It looks kind of like an X-wing.
Yeah, like an X-wing or the one spaceship out of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
The one that we saw at Epcot on the big
Oh,
yellow
yeah,
and
yeah.
black. Yeah.
This one is called Trooper.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a compact and realistic-looking paper airplane that resembles a fighter jet.
Realistic.
I mean,
Got it.
I can
mean, it's
see
cool.
fighter jet adjacent.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a great long-distance flyer. Maybe if I could throw.
From your eye angle, it looked like not.
No. It went whoop. I may have made some mistakes with folding that one. It's fine.
That's okay.
It's fine. We will try one more. While we wrap.
Did you watch any of the Oscars?
I did not. I did not realize they were on.
Yes, they happened on Sunday. I didn't watch
Okay.
it either. I haven't watched in years, honestly. But I
Yeah.
was rooting for Sinners because I had seen it
Oh, okay.
and it was good. I saw it on an airplane
There you go.
flying back from Epcot. So of course I got the squeaky clean airplane version,
Of
but
course. Yes.
I think I got the gist. And it was good. The gist was good.
Okay. Wait, the airplane version was clean?
Cleaner. I mean, they didn't say fuck.
Oh.
I
Okay.
was like, frick.
Okay.
Darn it all to heck.
Gotcha. One of those.
Meanwhile, there's blood spewing out of someone's throat, you know.
You know. But
As you do.
heaven forbid you swear when you're bleeding out like that. It's
Yeah,
fine.
but very obvious sex scene and but no cussing.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, okay. So I'm doing one now called the shovel. The flying shovel.
Shovel. Oh, I heard shuttle. It's shovel like
Shovel.
the tool.
Yeah, like the tool with a V.
Oh.
So we're gonna see how this one works. There is an existing creased line. That means I folded it right.
Yay!
Yay! I like when it lines up like it should. Ish.
Always a plus.
Yes. Okay. Chip's gonna get home and be like, why are these pieces of paper everywhere in the house? It's fine.
Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions. You should know not to ask questions on a That's Pretty Crafty
That
night.
is true. He should know. He's an engineer. He should know the joy of paper airplanes.
You should.
Small gap. Unfold the prior step, and then accordion fold. Accordion fold.
So since Cabin Pressure is a radio show, there's a grand total of like 6 pictures
That sounds about right.
that the fandom has to work with. And they're just promotional images.
Aw.
But everybody's dressed very nicely in their little captain's uniforms and whatnot. Cabin Pressure fandom can generate some of the most depressing scenarios out of such a lighthearted show.
Oh dear.
There's more revealed about Martin's backstory later in the program, and it turns out that he is not being paid to fly.
Oh.
He is voluntarily doing the flying because no one else would hire him.
Aw. That is sad.
Yeah, so he has a side hustle as a man with a van. He does the moving of furnitures and whatnot.
Oh, that is kind of sad.
It is kind of sad, but
We have the shovel,
the shovel.
and it does kind of look like a shovel.
It does look shovelly.
All right, so what does it say about this one? You'll dig this big flying wing that stays aloft for ages. Don't let the name fool you. The wedge-shaped wing will plow through the air in a long, slow, stable, gentle glide.
Let's see if it does.
Oh, if it hadn't hit the lamp, it would have.
Interference.
I'm not great at the throwing the plane part. I might take these outside later and see if I can do some video, like tomorrow in the sunlight, of the planes going pff, or poof. The spinny one was kind of cool.
Spinny one, yeah.
It's probably for the best that I only had 3 pieces of paper.
Huh.
I would just keep making planes all night, which I don't need to do. I do plan to finish listening to this. I did purchase it on Audible, so you can get it on the BBC website that I posted in the Discord. But I did download it, purchase it on Audible, because
I own a physical CD copy.
Nice. And I think that if I were to sit down with the intent of just listening to it, instead of listening to it while doing other things, I might also appreciate it more. Like on a flight where I am listening to a thing for the sake of listening to it, not listening to it because I'm trying to make sure I get it in.
Gotta keep the brain gremlins at bay.
But yeah, today I was multitasking and designing a flyer while listening. And I think I got a little distracted from time to time with the flyer that was not doing what I wanted it to.
Oh dear.
Yeah. It's fine. I do not have a graphic design degree, and it shows. And I cannot wait until tomorrow when my coworker is back and I can send her a Teams message and say, hey, I started and it sucks. Can you fix it? I'll check your grammar if you check my art. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I've become the de facto flyer maker at work because I just couldn't stand other people doing it and doing it badly
Yes.
anymore.
Yes. I may poke your brain about this one.
Okay.
But...
if it's on Canva, you can just send me a link and I'll fix it.
Yeah. I will see what I can do. But, yeah. I have enjoyed Cabin Pressure. I do intend to listen to the whole thing. And I just have had a lot of other things that I'm reading and listening to and watching, and there's a lot of
company.
Medium. I do have company right now, so that means that, like, for the last week I was busy cleaning my house so that I could be ready for company. And now I've got company and I want to hang out with them. So we're watching things that we can all watch. I was in the middle of a Stranger Things rewatch because that is going to be our next episode in 2 weeks' time. We're going to talk about Stranger Things. Even though we've talked about it once, we talked about it after season 1.
Oh.
And there'd be 5 seasons now.
Need stranger things.
Very stranger. And I even know where my craft is from the first season, so I'm going to bring that down.
Oh.
And we're going to see if it
What
still
was
works.
The first season? Crap. That was you did a Ouija boards.
Yeah, the light string thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that even still works because it's been hanging on my wall and the battery's been in the battery pack. So it might be all crusty and gross. I'll have to see.
Ew.
Yay, gross.
So next on the docket is Stranger Things, or is that further out?
No, that is in 2 weeks' time.
Oh boy.
And I'm halfway through season 3 with my rewatch. Because I haven't watched the final season yet. So I've got
people kept
2
telling
weeks.
me I should watch it because it has Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm like,
That's
nothing else about it appeals to me as a watcher.
Yeah. I'm slightly older than these kids would be now. No. I am slightly younger than those kids would be now. They were slightly older than I would have been during the time of the show. Like, they're probably 5 or 6 years older than me. So I wasn't doing the same stuff at the same time frame. But my childhood was close enough to that time frame that I can recognize a lot of stuff and have some fun nostalgia. So that is an appeal to people in my age range and a little bit older. But yeah, if it's not your sort of thing, there's a lot of gooey alien stuff, gooey monster
Yeah, I
stuff.
do not like the spookies so much.
Yeah, I do not either. It's easier on a rewatch because I know what's happening.
Yeah, fair.
I am less jump scared by things because I know they're coming. But yeah. Well, do you have any?
I was very brave and watched 28 years later.
I have not done that, and I don't think I will.
If you do not like gore, I would not recommend it.
I am not big into gore these days.
No, I had to keep going to myself. I wonder how they achieved that very fake effect. It's not real.
AI, it's all AI at this point.
All AI. That is definitely just a dummy and not somebody's head actually being ripped off.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
The things we do for our current actor obsession.
Yeah, that is oh so true. Any final thoughts about cabin pressure?
No, I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Yeah. But if you don't, that's okay.
I think it's going to be a good, like, not a driving to work thing because my drive to work isn't quite long enough. Mm-hmm. And I think that's part of it is I've had to stop episodes in the middle. And when they're only like 20 to 30 minutes long, stopping in the middle is rough. Mm-hmm. But I've got a couple of things coming up where I'm going to have slightly longer in the car. So I think it's going to be a good, like, driving listen.
It is. I when I was doing my hour-long commute, I re-listened to the whole series.
Excellent. All right. Well, I have a plan for future listening to it. And we do have plans for 2 weeks' time. We're going to be talking about Stranger Things, which should be interesting. I want to hear DB's opinion. I can't wait to watch the final season and see what happens. Because, again, I've heard things on the internet about people being very unhappy with the way it ended. So I'm curious to see how I feel about the ending. So, well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, E, and thanks, Mom, who's now watching from the audience.
Yeah,
I appreciate everyone hanging out tonight, keeping me company when there's.
I'm glad I was available to pinch hit for you.
Yeah, very much so, and glad that you were so knowledgeable about the show. I love it when we actually talk about the thing we meant to talk about. That's always weird and fun. But I will be back in 2 weeks with a DB, and until
and I won't.
That is true. We'll miss you. We appreciated having you, and there's a chance that we'll have you on for something later on this season. So maybe. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you, or I will see you. You'll see me in 2 weeks' time. Bye.